Hey guys, so I got some rear mud flaps for the F450. They go right here. Supposedly there's no drilling involved. So I ordered these a while back and they came to me relatively quickly. I got them from eTrailer. Unfortunately, the box looked like it had been opened and it was missing some of the hardware. It came with some of it was just sitting loose in the box. So I wrote them an email. Unfortunately, it was a weekend, and they did send out the new hardware right away. I got it in a little bit. So I got this bag. Good thing is they put a part number on the bag, so it was missing a bunch of things. So they sent me out a new one, which I just got right here. So that part's good, other than, you know, I took extra time to receive it, which kind of sucked, but it comes with the mud flaps and directions and little things to protect the paint, I think, underneath where it hooks in. And usually you can do this all with no drilling, so I thought I'd bring you along the way and show you how this all works. Let me get the camera set up. Hardware, looks like 10 washers, 10 screws. Got 10 clips, and you got 6 of these rubber spacers. They're different sizes, 1/16, 1/8, and 3/16. I'm going to use a little clip tool to take these clips out. And then I'm using a, what is this, 7/32 to get that little dude out. It's probably metric, but it seems to fit on there okay. So, and then of course I'm missing my 10mm socket, but I have a wrench. So underneath there's a bolt that you have to undo, and I guess that goes here, and I think that's where the spacer goes as well. And that's it. I'll catch up with you when I'm a little further down the road. You just pull out the little plastic clips, and then the 1 hex head bolt, which I guess you won't reuse the hex head bolt, and you'll only be using one of these guys. And as a side note, you want to pull the little top piece first. Oh, it comes out a little bit, and then you can pull it out. Otherwise, they're real bare to get out, as I found out. But for the most part, pretty straightforward so far. So I pulled that guy out. I put the clips, that's one of the factory clips right there, and then 3 more of the new ones up there. I think that's where one of the other bolts go. Now this guy is this guy right here. It came with a captured nut on the back with a washer, and they want you to take one of the spacers. It says the 3/16 spacer, which is the bigger one, and put it on this guy that's going to go in that slot over there that's sticking up on the mud flap. That's how the directions say to do this like this. So this part, see that green stuff there? It does make this a little difficult to take off. And I would have thought they wanted a washer on the bottom, but they just, I guess they're good enough with the bolt sitting on the bottom. So that's what the directions show. Then you're supposed to put this spacer over this guy. That, I guess. Actually, yeah. Then this guy goes over that. Something like that. Hopefully there's enough to put the bolt on the back, the nut on the back. This is the captured bolt that goes up underneath. Kind of has you put the center thing sort of into place, which is hard to do by yourself, and then shove that through and just hand tighten the screw in the back just to kind of hold this whole mechanism in place. And then they want you to put the screw with the ratchet in the hole there to hold it in place, and then which is this guy right here, we'll do that, and then you start putting these guys in those little brackets. And that's the mud flap fully installed. The one thing I'll say is put the push pin in first. That kind of also helps keep the mud flap together, and then these other screws go right in. The other thing is the factory bolt nut right here. Bolt is a different size than these, which is kind of a little bit of a pain. I think I'm using a 7/32 on the factory, and I'm using, I'm not quite sure if it's even the right size. It's a 1/4 for the silver ones here. The other thing I'm not super happy about is that bolt underneath did kind of suck its way into the plastic. I almost think maybe if I'm done with this, if I have washers left over, I may use a washer there, just because that doesn't seem right to me, but that's the way they say to do it. Also, they came with this plastic stuff here as a protectant, and I did put a little piece right there, kind of cleaned the wheel wells too before I started. But yeah, she looks pretty good. I'll give you a shot of the other side when I'm done. So the mud flaps are on. Personally, I think it kind of completes the look of the truck, because there's some on the front that they give you with the truck. And I think it kind of completes the look having them. And they look pretty similar. Not quite as BA as, you know, Naked Ladies or Punisher Skulls or something, but they look pretty nice. Look kind of factory. So I think they're gonna be all right. They kind of match the front. Anyway, not too bad of an install. Like I said, that washer on the bottom would have been nice. But other than that, pretty easy. The first one took me a little time, 20-30 minutes, and then this one took me like 10 minutes. So all in all, pretty good deal. We'll see how they hold up.